We're actually here in Roatán. We're doing a pretty good job with the Roatán Marine Park, protecting our reef here. Well, basically sustain the majority of marine life and the biggest producers of oxygen that we breathe. So you take that out of the equation and we're in big trouble. And it's also not just ecological reasons. For example, if we wipe out the reefs, divers would stop coming here to the island. People would be obviously affected because there would be no marine life. They wouldn't have an income, they wouldn't have a job. There wouldn't be no fish for the local people to eat from.
Well, your face doesn't look too excited about the scuba diving right now.
I'm just concerned that I don't remember everything that we're supposed to do. You know, now we're actually gonna go in the water and I don't know if I'm ready.
Okay, so I just came from the diving center and as you can see the weather, they cancel. We cannot scuba dive here. But the good thing is that we're gonna go to the south side of the island and apparently it's beautiful there.
Oh.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready. High five. Oh yeah.
I'm not ready.
Well, listen, if I know you're gonna have a good time, but
okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're confident about that.
We're so lucky that even though this morning when we got up and we found out that we couldn't dive at our hotel, we were still able to get on a bus, take a 45-minute ride here, and go out and see a sunken ship and be able to scuba dive.
When the rain was coming down, I thought, well, is this gonna actually affect the dive? Because the rain is on the surface. But so the rain wasn't really an issue, it was the winds. That was what makes stuff a little bit unsafe.
How are we doing today? All good? Excited?
I'm really nervous, to be honest. Like, I got butterflies, major butterflies right
Okay,
now.
butterflies are not bad. That means you are all hyped up and ready to go. First of all, you're gonna gear up. Then we're gonna do a giant stride entry to get in the water or over everything
which is his favorite.
Favorite, yeah.
She said she was nervous, but like, I'm not playing here. My concern is I don't know what I don't know, in the sense that you told us a lot of things and I remember a bunch of it, but I know I don't remember all of it. I can't talk to you under the water. So what do I do when I start panicking? Because yesterday in the pool, there were some times where I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. And then I figured it out, but there's that moment of like, oh shit.
Don't worry, I was always beside you. If anything you start feeling wary, I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna tell you, look at me.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And just gonna tell you to calm down.
Yay.
Don't worry about it. I'm an instructor, that's why I'm here.
Listen,
What?
before we go there, guys, honestly, just know that we all in this together. We having
are.
the same emotion and the same feeling together, and that's the coolest thing.
And then,
So hand in, don't chicken on me. 1, 2, 3, dive in the ocean. Wood. Okay, my friends, let's get ready. When we started diving and we were going down on the rope, I started having a little bit of a panic attack, just because the fact that we were gonna go deep.
so as we started to go down in the water, I was feeling really comfortable. I was the first one going down on the rope. I was following everything that Tomek was saying. I felt great. I felt really comfortable, super comfortable, and then he takes us off the rope.
As we're going down, I feel like I cannot breathe enough. And Tomek said that's the reason why I keep rising, because I'm taking in too deep of a breath. But I'm breathing in through the regulator, the mouthpiece, the airpiece, and just taking in too much air because I feel I cannot get enough air in. So I'm taking these.
I noticed Zane was freaking out a little bit. I noticed just his emotion and the way he was breathing and the way his eyes were open very wide. I knew he was having a hard time.
And I get down on the sea bottom and we start practicing the different things. One of the things that we had to practice was opening our mask, letting water in about right below eye level, and then holding it and then blowing out through our nose. When I let the water in, it actually ended up going into my nose and I couldn't breathe. I had a panic attack as I was down in the water, and all I wanted to do at that moment was come up.
You don't really want to panic down there because you're very deep. And if you start panicking, it's very hard for you to come back to just real life.
Tomek could see that there was something wrong, so he stayed with me. He was holding on to me. He was telling me to breathe slowly, calm down. And once I was able to get back to my normal breath, I opened my mask, I let the water in, and it was okay.
Finally, when we get down to the water and we're done the exercises and we're just free and like moving around, that's when it just felt peaceful. Because now I'm not confined by trying to stay in a formation or trying to remember rules, but just like look. And when we went down, we saw this shipwreck. And not only a shipwreck, we saw a plane, part of a plane wreck. And to me, that was way more interesting than seeing fish, because if you go to an aquarium, you can see fish.
When we were down there, it was a little bit hard to stay together. That you just want to go and kind of like see and you want to see everything that is around you. So it was pretty hard for the three of us to stick together.
There was a couple of times with Rodrigo, I'm like, where are you going? Like, teacher is there, instructor is there, and like, dude, we're in a class right now. We're supposed to stick together. Do you want to come back here?
But it was very funny to watch our instructor getting very upset. He keeps clapping his hands very hard in a way, like he makes this circle, he clap a hand that you can actually hear it in the water. And then you turn around and you look at him and he's like, stop, you three together, like most of the times.
So we got back to the rope and then we started doing our ascent. And as we got to the surface, it was like, wow, okay, like I did this. And I'm really proud that I was able to go down there and scuba dive.
On the surface level, I felt uncomfortable. When you first go in the water and you're just like testing things out and you're like, is this working? Am I doing this right? But trusting that I knew what to do, that I was doing things right, that's when I felt more comfortable and more at peace and felt that it was a more enjoyable experience.
It feels amazing. It feels the most amazing thing you ever done in your life. And scuba diving was pretty much one of the most amazing activities I've done.